say a painting is worth 1,000 words.
Indeed. Bob Ross comes to mind every time I hear that saying.
That's very strange, because I would have figured you as a Cezanne or Van Gogh type. Anyways, Bob Ross is the soft-spoken painter that was the epitome of peace and tranquility, along with his beautifully painted landscapes and sceneries.
Whoa, hold on there, tree hugger, because there are people who don't know about Bob Ross. So we also recommend that you watch Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal and Greed on Netflix. But we'll break it down for y'all.
For starters, people actually thought he'd knock out those paintings in about 20 to 30 minutes on his PBS show.
But that's debatable, because I've seen him paint landscapes within half an hour on other people's show as a guest. I mean, he would film an entire season in just 2 days. Can you imagine?
Yes, which is a lot more than I can say about our filming schedule, pal. But let's keep it moving with these fun facts, shall we?
Word. Ross was also born in Daytona, Florida. While growing up, he became a carpenter and lost his index finger, which you can't see in the show because he covered it up with his painting palette to avoid scaring little kids.
Shortly thereafter, he joined the U.S. Air Force and was stationed in Alaska, of all places, grew to the ranks of Master Sergeant, and keep in mind, this job required he yell at people for the next 20 years while he was in the armed services.
After reflecting on his military service, he swore never to yell at people again, hence why he has such a peaceful demeanor during the show.
Ross actually took over his teacher and mentor show, The Magic of Oil Painting by Bill Alexander, and retitled it The Joy of Painting, but eventually their friendship would go south.
In summation, The Joy of Painting ran for 11 years, which includes 31 seasons with 400 plus episodes, earning 3 Emmys with a total of 30,000 paintings under his belt. Not too shabby. The Bob Ross brand is more popular now than ever with the help of social media.
Bob Ross went from having his own show that he never got paid from to having his own channel titled The Bob Ross Channel on Pluto TV. He's also on YouTube and Netflix. He's all over the place. On the flip side, he probably isn't getting paid on either. Or maybe he is. Who knows?
Definitely a great show and highly recommended viewing, especially if you're having a panic attack.
Bob Ross is just one of those people that you'd wish lived forever, which he does through his paintings as well as through all of us.
And on that note, we both decided that we're giving Bob Ross's The Joy of Painting a 4-star FU rating of awesome. If we had a 5th star, we'd give him that as well, because he also rescued injured wildlife animals like chipmunks, owls, and even alligators, which he would bring on the show every once in a while.
Not to mention how his show will lower your blood pressure, too. Oh, by the way, you just reminded me, I've been eating so much deep-fried greasy food, I've had to see the doctor right away, so he can fill my prescription. I have to go now, but I made sure you wouldn't be alone, so I provided you with a very special guest, who is also an artist.
Wow, that's a surprise. Well, okay.
I'll see you in a few weeks, pal. You must be Buggy. I'm Bob Ross. Mr. Box told me all about you, and I'm pleased to be a guest host for the remainder of this episode.
Really? You interrupted the middle of our show with some dumbass doctor's excuse for this nonsense?
Listen, you. I'm Bob Ross, plus I have no idea what you're talking about, but you should relax and let me do my job because I'm doing you a big favor.
If you insist. Okay, Bob Ross, work your magic. Well,
what would you like to talk about?
You tell me. You're the one who's doing me a favor.
I have a better idea. Let me paint something for the folks watching right now as we wrap up. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Go for it.
Remember, folks, when it comes to painting, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents.